So if you don't know, Storm had her foal yesterday, so let's go and have a look at her at 1 day old. So I've had a couple of questions about this young lady. The first one is she a keeper? And no, she is not a keeper. So this little lady is a part bred. She's part Connemara, part thoroughbred. And for us, just at the moment, that's not something that we want to keep in the breeding program. We're looking to just continue the cross between the full thoroughbred and the Connemara stallion and not necessarily go down the route of breeding the part breds just at the minute, at least. I got to zoom out on you again because you're so close. So that was a no. She's not a keeper. She will be available for sale upon weaning. And the next question was, is she actually grey? So I said yesterday that she's definitely grey. And I've had 1 or 2 comments to say, I don't think she is. So let's have a look at her. Now, I totally agree that she's the sort of bay that when you look at her, she looks like she's going to stay bay. It just has that look to me that, oh, she's going to stay bay. But look at her eyes. Although she hasn't got obvious goggles, she has got grey hairs around her eyes. She's also, if we can get her to stay still long enough, she's got little grey hairs all the way through her coat. So there's that as well. She does have what looks like probably foal camo on her legs, do you think? Which is what ponies get who are not grey, as opposed to hyperpigmentation, which is what ponies that I'm scrubbing a bum and she's doing whatever that is. But yoga. So yeah, it looks more like foal camo than hyperpigmentation, doesn't it? Do we think? So from her legs, I would agree. It does look a bit more like she's maybe gonna not grey out, but I would say from those eyes, God, you're too wriggly. And she has got I think she's got little grey hairs around her nose, which is so wriggly, I can't film it. I do also think that her sire, Eastland's Harley Bray, is homozygous grey, which means he always passes on a grey gene. But I'm not totally sure because I still haven't sent off his test, have I? So I've paid for the test to be done. I've got his hair sample. I've printed off the forms. I just haven't actually sent them off. So I don't actually know for certain that Harley is homozygous grey, but I do suspect it, which means that she has to have a grey gene. And that probably did influence me when she was first born. I just assumed she would be grey. But looking at her now, I still think she is. She's got little grey hairs all the way through this coat, and yet little grey hairs on her eyes and on her nose as well, I think. So I would say grey. Let me know if you think different. Now, in terms of what height she's going to make, I don't know. What do we think? Storm's first foal, Goose, also by a Connemara stallion, but a different one, is, I think, was he 15 hands last measured as a 3-year-old? So probably going to make, what, 15.2? Her second foal, Lenny, well, we sadly lost Lenny at 6 months old, but I thought he looked like he was going to be even bigger than Goose, so potentially a 16-hander maybe. Storm herself is, I think, 16.1. Harley, I think, is about 14 hands. Never actually measured either of them. She has got long legs, hasn't she? I wouldn't have said she's a massive foal, to be honest. Oh, spooked. I wouldn't have said she's a huge foal. I think Lenny was bigger, I think, but she does have long legs. You have got long old legs. You are the most bravest little thing. You're so brave. And in terms of name, no, we haven't got one. Yes, we are open to suggestions. I'll do another video on that at some point. And probably the other question was, will she go on the fell? And the answer to that is not until she's weaned. Storm doesn't go on the fell. Storm is on loan to us from the British Thoroughbred Retraining Centre, and the fell doesn't really fit the criteria for suitable grazing. I also don't fully trust Storm not to damage herself out there. So no, Storm doesn't go on the fell, and so the foal won't either until she's weaned. She's off. Are you going to get her? No, you're going to stop for a snack. She's like, Mom, I'm off. See you later. She's annoying, isn't she, Storm? I fooled you. Other way. So casual with it. Look at her. Get her, Storm. She's such a trickster. Look at her. Playing tricks on that old mum.